I got my shit. Here we go. Now then, you lot, my name is Neyyfun and welcome back to a long video on my YouTube. Today, I've got these massive fat steaks, and this video is just going to be very casual, very laid back. Not much cinematic shots, not much edits. We're going to keep it raw. I'm just going to keep it going. It's going to be a long video. If you like long videos, welcome. If you don't like long videos, no problem. I think by the time I upload this video, I'd have hit 10k. So thank you to everyone that's recently subscribed from me uploading shorts. And yeah, I am going to be uploading more shorts because I feel like I have a lot of good content on TikTok that I feel like I can move on to here because I like it. That's pretty much the reason, to be honest. But I am being very selective with what I am putting up. I want to make sure it's of a high enough quality for you guys who are used to my long format content here. So I'm not going to put up the rubbish TikToks, if that makes sense. I'm going to try to put up the good quality food ones. My mate Ryan's here. He's playing COD right now. If that's what you can hear in the background, I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, two massive sirloin steaks here. We've got a few potatoes. We're just going to roast these in the ovens with some oven. We're going to roast these in the oven with some. We're going to roast these in the oven with some lemon and garlic. And then I've got a massive selection of fresh herbs today. So we're going to make a sort of salsa verde chimichurri green dressing for the steak. I don't actually know the difference between the two. I probably should do, but I don't. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making a nice fresh salsa verde dressing for the top of this steak. Yeah, that's about it. We're going to just keep this running, to be honest. First thing we need to do is get the potatoes in. So let's just start chopping potatoes up. We've got 4 potatoes here. They've started sprouting, but I don't really care. You know, we're not going to waste food here. I'm just going to give these a little wash. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato. Right. Let's get chopping these up. How hungry are you, bruv? He's ignoring me. Alright, potato. Let's use them sprouting ones first. That looks like a bad end.
Is that for me?
Yeah, I was asking how hungry you are.
I'm always hungry around you.
Alright.
You're always making incredible food, especially for YouTube.
Do you hear that?
Oh, fuck.
Did you hear that?
Fuck that massively. Sorry, my nuts were.
Yeah, it's alright, mate. Alright, I'm just going to chop these into nice chunks. Nothing too serious. And keep it raw. Little mini roast potatoes, because I'm not parboiling these today and I don't want to be waiting too long for them to cook because it's 2 o'clock right now and I've got a meeting at 4 o'clock for something very important which I can't say yet. So yeah, I want these to cook quickly, so we're just going to cut them into bite-sized pieces. I think we'll do 1 more potato. With the skin on, because skin on is delicious. Alright, that'll do. Now, like I said, these are just some quick, easy roast potatoes that we're doing. I've got my oven preheated. Got some noodles here.
They're not that tasty.
It's quite good. Okay. Right. Roasting dish. Potatoes. Oil. Plenty of black pepper. Plenty of salt. Make sure you season your heavily, guys, because potatoes are bland, aren't they? You know, it's just a potato at the end of the day, so you want to make sure you're seasoning it heavily so it tastes better. Very important. What are we going next? We'll go with a little chili flake today. Feeling like spicing these up a little bit. Lemon as well. I like roasting potatoes with lemon because you get that slightly burnt citrusy flavour and it just like helps caramelise them a little bit. Gives it a little bit of a twang. So we're just gonna keep these pieces whole. They're gonna roast all together, and then we might add a few extra fresh pieces at the end for the last 10 minutes of roasting, just to get some fresh zing to it, obviously, because these are gonna caramelize and almost burn a bit. So yeah, just gotta mix these all up, and then we're just gonna bang these straight in the oven. Oh, I need some garlic as well. This is a very rough video today. Boom, garlic. I can't actually do it. Oh, there we are. Remember guys, more garlic, more delicious. If you are crushing garlic with a background knife, please be careful. Don't cut yourself. Don't worry if there's still some skin on there. Because we're not going to eat the garlic skin, are we? We're eating the potatoes. Potatoes straight in the oven. That's hot. And we're just going to let them roast, do their thing. Now, steak. I've got two absolutely massive sirloin steaks here. Probably a little bit too big.
The steaks have been raised.
The steaks have been raised. I see what you did there.
Thank you.
I see what you did there, bro.
I'm just trying to contribute, bro.
You can come get your face in there a bit if you want. Right, so these beautiful sirloin steaks. Do you want to come in?
I'm giving the people what they want.
Come in, bruv. Come in. It's very hot there. Be careful.
These two beautiful steaks. We're not talking about those pieces of meat.
These absolutely divine pieces.
These beautiful
of meat.
specimens.
Yes. So we're just gonna lightly season these. No, we're not. We're gonna heavily season these with a lot of salt, pepper, and my neutral oil. Obviously, this one. Now these are. I've literally just bought these from the butcher's about half an hour ago. So they're fridge cold still. So I've kept them out since I bought them because they're big pieces of meat and they're still cold. I want to bring these up to a more ambient temperature, if you could say, not fridge cold. Yeah, and I also went shopping for a pan today, and that was very unsuccessful. So I am gonna have to cook these individually in my big steel pan. As such, I went out to try and find a big steel frying pan, and I'm fed up of using my non-stick pan because you shouldn't really be cooking steaks in a non-stick pan. So we're gonna have to cook these individually in this pan. You know, once I've cooked one, rest it, cook the other, blah blah blah. You get the idea. And then we're moving on to a delicious salsa verde situation. We've got flat leaf parsley, tarragon, and coriander. Now we're just going to roughly chop all that up with some anchovies and some capers, a little bit of lemon. What else have we got? Sherry vinegar. Sherry vinegar, wherever my sherry vinegar is. Yeah, mix it all up, chop it all up. It's gonna be a delicious little green situation. I'm very excited. Alright, so I've just got a big bunch of parsley here, and we're just gonna chop it up, not too finely, a little bit rough, a little bit rustic. Roll it up a couple of times. Make sure you got a sharp knife for this, it's very important. Otherwise you're gonna end up bruising the herbs, and you don't want that. You wanna be able to cut it nice and sharp. So then you twist it, you go the other way. Should probably get a chopping board that's a bit more stable. I'm just going to keep running our knife through. Like I said, very sharp knife for this, very important. We're going to do the same with the tarragon and the coriander. We're going to use a little less coriander and a little less tarragon than this. We want the parsley to be the main sort of bulk ingredient for this. So not too finely, but obviously not too big. So, also I know people tell you not to scrape your knife along the board like that because it's going to blunt it. It obviously is going to blunt it, but I like doing it, so I'm going to carry on doing it. Alright, I'd say one more. Yeah, I'd say that'll do. Dash that in a bowl now. Let's get a starry bowl. Quite like the look of that. Actually, you know what? We'll go for a pretty aesthetic bowl. That one. That looks well nice. Get yourself a bread scraper as well. Makes your life so much easier. Get that all in there. And it's the exact same for the coriander and the tarragon. I'm not going to show you that because it's chopping herbs, but yeah, that's what it is. Tarragon. Alright, and the coriander. That's how much herb I got, and now we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So here I've just got a pestle mortar. Now you can do this without one. I have one, so I'm going to use it. I think it's going to create a better product overall because it's going to create more of a paste. You can just do it with a knife, use the back of the knife and create it into a paste if you want, but I think I'm going to prefer doing it this way. So I've just got 3 cloves of garlic here, and then I've just got, oh, I spilled a bit everywhere. And then I've just got some anchovies here. Now, anchovies are delicious. They're really salty and they're going to add nice depth to this. So we're going to add, that's 2 fillets there. We're going to add 1 more. So 3 garlic, 3 anchovy. And just a little of the oil from the jar. Now my hands are very oily right now, so I'm just going to wash them. I've also got these capers as well. I was going to chop, oh my god, there we are. I was going to chop these capers up, but I feel like I might as well just put them in here and make it into the overall paste. So, a few capers in. There we are, I think that'll do. I'm just using my instinct and what I feel like would work with this, you know. And we're going to be tasting this as we go along, just to make sure the flavours are still working. Obviously the anchovies are very salty, so we don't want to add too much salt to the products at the end. So we're just going to work all of this in. I'm going to create a paste with it all. This might take a little while, so I'll show you it when it's done. Alright, so I've got the paste. It's pretty much done. I'm going to use a spatula so I don't waste anything. Scrape all this out. And here's that paste. So, I'm going to take this. I'm just going to add it straight to the herbs. Here you get a good quality olive oil. And I'm going to use sherry vinegar. I think you're supposed to use red wine vinegar. I've got that, but I really like sherry vinegar, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to eyeball this as well, so I'll just taste as we go along. So I'm just going to go with maybe a few tablespoons of olive oil. This is a really good quality olive oil that I've just decanted. Olive oil, splash of sherry vinegar. That sharpness is really going to cut through the anchovies and the herbs. So a little bit. And of course, some acidity with the lemon. So get that in there. And I think it might be salty enough already, so we won't season now. But we're going to go with a little bit of black pepper. And I think we need a little bit more olive oil. Now there's only one way to find out if this has worked. Just got to mix it and try it. So I can already tell we need a little bit more olive oil, as this is quite dry. That's alright. Yeah, that's quite good. I like that. I think a little bit more sherry vinegar. I think it needs a little bit of salt. I think I could have maybe put a few more capers in with the mix before, or maybe an extra anchovy. There's definitely enough garlic. Right, so now we're having a little taste. Yeah, much better. That little bit of sherry vinegar has really helped. And that is just a beautiful sauce. That gets me very excited. Now, potatoes are doing their thing, they're cooking in the oven. I'm gonna give them a quick toss and a turn now, and then we're gonna move on to the steaks. And that's it, it's super simple food, mate. This looks lovely. We're gonna pat dry both of the steaks on both sides. I did go out and try and buy a new pan today, because right now, the only steak pan I can really cook in is this one. And obviously it's got straight edges. It's not a frying pan, it's a large saucepan, that one. So, I'm gonna have to cook in that one at a time. Or I might just stick the other one in the non-stick pan. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Basically, none of the shops had the pan I needed, so I'm gonna have to order one online. But ideally, that's the pan you want to use, not one of these. We're gonna hit them heavily with salt. This is just a plain salt, nothing's fancy. Heavily on each side. I'm gonna salt heavily because these are big pieces of meat. Pepper. Alright, Other side. Again, be generous with it. Don't hold back. You want to get a nice crust on these. Make sure you're doing it from a height as well, because that way you're going to get an even distribution. Alright, now we've done that. Hit it with some oil. Now, the ironic thing is, I went out and bought all these fresh herbs today, and I forgot to get thyme or rosemary. Normally we'd be adding that as well, but like I said, I forgot, so there's fuck all I can do about it. Alright, I'm going to move the camera this way so you can sort of see the pans, I think. Hang on, give me a second. There we are, that's a bit better. Let me get rid of the kettle. Right, we're going to use this other non-stick pan as well. Not ideal, but it is what it is. We want to get the pans nice and hot. Screaming hot, really. The potatoes are chilling in the oven, because these steaks are going to take a long time to cook, and we've got to allow time for them to rest as well. One steak. Two steaks. Now we're going to add a lot of butter. So that much. Yeah, that much. Garlic. Garlic. 2 steaks on my way, chef. Just keep basting. Alright, resting tray. I'm going to put these steaks on. You can already tell the difference you get between the non-stick and the steel. Lay that butter on top again. We're going to rest this for around 5 to 10 minutes now. They're big pieces of meat, you need to let them rest. In the meantime, see what these potatoes are doing. Beautiful, crispy, fluffy in the middle. A little bit stuck on the bottom, but that doesn't matter. More flavour. You can see how this lemon is just caramelised and burnt here. And that's just incorporated into all of this. Beautiful potatoes. You just know these are packing all the flavour. Beautiful. Alright, here's the steak. Just slice it up. Oh, we're a little overcooked, but we move on. Shit happens. There we go. It's a bit over, but it's very moist inside, which is good. Nothing worse than a dry steak. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about overcooked steak, you know. It's still juicy, it's still gonna taste amazing. I just need to get better at cooking steaks. Maybe that's the honest answer. Alright, I'm gonna load up these potatoes. They look fucking delicious. We'll give 1 or 2 to Ryan as well. And of course we're going to finish it off with a little bit of flaky salt using a cook named Matt. Thank you very much again for sending me this out, bro. We're just going to finish off with some of his gold flaky salt. And that is a delicious plate of food. Welcome to London. Look at that angle we're on. What? Alright, so steak, green sauce, potatoes. It's pissing some juice out, but that's just hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. It's not fucking blood. Everyone that says blood is bullshit. The blood is drained when the animal is killed at the slaughterhouse. So, steak, sauce, fucking chili lemon potatoes. Buff.
You try doing this full time?
Maybe I should.
Should give this a go, I think.
Green sauce is good. Potatoes.
Is that the proper terminology?
It's good.
The green sauce.
Yeah.
Get a recipe for the green sauce.
Not bad, not bad. Not 100% happy with the steak. We move on.
To a civilian, this is like a gourmet meal, but apparently...
Could be better. Steaks. I'm not happy with the steak. Not happy with the steak. Yeah.
On the record,
Sauce is delicious.
I'm over the moon with the steak, but what do I know?
Right. Thank you very much
thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching this very informative video with me, Neyyfun, and my guest today.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
He's no longer hungry. Thank you if I have hit 10k by the time you're watching this. New video out whenever it's out, whenever it can be bothered. So, yeah, stay safe. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. It's a celebration of 10k in the next video. Thank you very much. I'll see you later.